107.5 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
This season has gone sideways for pretty much everybody. Just has. Again, Lenore Sellers, is he blameless? Of course not. Like I said, this offense is so... It's struggling so bad. No one escapes the blame, or no one escapes the poor play, underachieving play, whichever way you want to take it. You know, I mean, again, there's times Lenore's got to get rid of the ball. You know, there's been receivers Lenore's has missed. So it's not like he is blameless in this. He has had his own, but he hasn't had a lot of help around him. And I feel like he's a guy that really is looked at that you got to lift everything and everyone. And we talk about, is he being used correctly? Do you get him out in space? Do you roll him out enough? Do you boot him enough? Do you have design runs for him? He is far and away the best ball carrier on your team. Look, that fourth thing, that sequence when South Carolina got stopped on downs inside the 10 on that first drive. It is a head-scratcher that your best player didn't have the ball in his hands until 4th and goal. You have a talented quarterback with some talented skill position players, but because you are having struggles up front on your offensive line, and for whatever reason, this offense has been stuck in the mud, since Mike Shula took over, and this combination of all these things, you're just sitting there going, why in hell this team's going to score more than 17 points? It's not going to happen. Just a rough go. You have 5 games left in the season to get this thing, the barge turned around. But right now, it obviously is not working. It hasn't been working since Mike Shula took over. This team is not scoring points. The offense hasn't been, productive, efficient. It does have explosive plays occasionally. That's how the offense has been scoring, is on explosives. Lenore Sellers looks like he's regressed. It's just not working. It's just not. And whether it's the scheme, the play calling, the execution, the development, we haven't really got to that part. For whatever the case, it just hasn't worked. And the defense is good enough to win games. You've played well enough on defense for the most part. Now you had tackling issues, obviously, in a couple games earlier this year. The Vanderbilt game, it stuck out a ton. So you have struggled with tackling earlier in the year. But defensively, for the most part, it's been good enough to win. If your offense could have stepped up. I mean, the defense against LSU, held 3 turnovers the defense forced. You just couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, and they were defending their butts off in the end zone, getting 2 critical takeaways in the red zone against LSU. Or if that wasn't the case, it would have been a long night in Death Valley. And like you said, I think the defense has been the core strength of the team. Where fans were very high on the offense, but I think defensively it's been holding its own.
Well, that was the question mark coming into the year because you lost so much on the defensive side of the ball. You thought the offense wasn't going to be a problem. That's the ironic part of this season is you thought the offense was going to be fine. And your question marks were defensively. The defense has been good enough to win. Now, again, was I surprised Oklahoma, a bad running team, ran for 175 yards, almost 5 yards a carry against South Carolina? Yeah, that surprised me on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because Oklahoma should not be able to run the ball, especially with injuries along their offensive line. Oklahoma shouldn't be able to run the ball against South Carolina, but they did, to their credit.